Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome in. How are you? Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, all that fun stuff. How's everybody doing? I was trying to think of the most energetic way I could just do an intro when I moved over to this screen, and that was the best I could do. Well, at least it wasn't as bad as my original thought, where I was just going to be as high-pitched as humanly possible, just like, hello, or something like that, and just go on for as long as I can. Which, surprise, surprise, I can't go on for that long. But how's everybody doing on this fine Wednesday afternoon / evening, depending on where you are in the world? Hopefully you guys are doing good today. Are you doing good? I'm doing good. Today's always a good day. Well, most days are always good days. Even when the days suck, you can always learn from them. So they end up becoming good days in that regard. I don't know. I'm very weird when it comes to that stuff. Oh boy. Sorry for like the random post earlier. For some reason, the capture card, and this is partly my fault, because I changed the audio on my computer to have it come out of my TV instead. That way I didn't have to wear headphones, which I sometimes like to do, especially if I'm like going to be in the other room and I want to keep up on like people streaming and such, because there's a really long delay from me watching Twitch on my TV or my computer as opposed to doing it on my phone. For it's in real time if I do it on my computer relatively, but on my phone, it's just, oh my god. I think it's like a 30 seconds, maybe more delay. Some nonsense like that. Oh boy. But it worked. I had to restart the computer and then reset some things up, but now we're good. So, hooray. Worst case, if it didn't work and we couldn't do this, I was just going to swap it to on a Friday, because I actually want to, I want to try to stream on Friday since I wasn't able to yesterday. Probably going to do more Tactics Advance, and that literally was going to be my default game. I was like, I kind of want to play more Tactics. Can I play more Tactics? So, if a stream goes south for some strange reason, Tactics will be the default game, at least for the foreseeable future. I might end up sprinkling some other games that I had planned, but most likely they're not Tactics, because I love that game, and I want to play more. I want to get more back into the grinding. Speaking of grinding, back into more of this shit. So, let me show you where my progress is at, because we're at round 2 now. So yeah, I have about enough for 50 boxes, which was my previous goal for the last Guild Fest. So I've already reached my goal, so we're doing good. Hey, Zip, what's going on, my dude? How are ya today? See, now, Tactics is the best, but I'm referring to Tactics Advance 2. Because I haven't played the original Tactics, because I'm a scrub. Ah, that's good. Ghost is good. Not good, no bad, no indifferent. But hopefully things get a little bit more exciting and on the good side. On your end, my dude. Ah, okay, so you were seeing me just screaming about the game. Got it! Yeah, I'm always up to be playing that game, dude. The return of the Pizza Man. Yeah, exactly, the pizza cutter. I was just telling everybody about that story that you told me. But yeah, I'll probably be playing that game again on Friday and Saturday. So, I cannot wait. Though the only part that I'm not looking forward to is the auction, because grinding for clan points sometimes is a bit of a bitch. I'm debating whether or not I want to actually do this a legit way and just grind them, get all the clan points naturally, or just cheat and just circumvent that, so I can just get all the items right away. I haven't decided yet, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm up to about 50 boxes with with farming right now. Since I already reached this goal and I still have like 40 gold apples left, I'm gonna try to maybe do for. I don't know how many boxes I should do for, because I don't know where I should stop. Should at least save some, because we have another event coming up soon. Maybe something like that. I don't know. Let's go back to the game. Oh boy. So I do have my setup a little bit different than before. I'm actually turning off vocal sounds, so that way there isn't as much repetition when we're doing the streams. My original goal was to turn all of that off and then just have some music playing around. Unfortunately, I ran into some issues with, like, you know, the licensing and all that fun stuff with the music I wanted to pick out, so I still need more time to do that. Hopefully by next week, because I'll most likely not be streaming this again next week, that won't be an issue, but we'll see. I'm just hoping I have just a long enough playlist of songs that I really like, and I just need to research it more. I don't think I had enough time to research. I think that was part of my problem. So, but we'll see. We'll see. So I've been using this really janky setup, using Arash with Dantes, and then swapping in good old Waver later on, and just doing the waves that way. It's really it threw me for a loop at first, because I didn't think that it was gonna work. But there is a video that I found that details exactly how you do this farming setup for this node. Works like a charm. I 3-turn it 90% of the time. Actually, I 3-turn it so long as I, either pick the right buttons, which I have accidentally hit the wrong button sometimes, or I don't accidentally click the wrong unit, because I've done that. Like when I'm trying to like redo a node, I accidentally click on like a Waver or a Merlin, which is not ideal, but it's okay. But what the heck's everybody been up to this week? It feels like this week's been going super quick, considering at least for us in the States, we just got off of a Labor Day, of a holiday weekend, so it feels like the week just going by just like that, which I'm totally fine with. I know for me that I'm trying to get together some things for a project, which I've been working on yesterday, which is one of the reasons why I didn't stream. I decided to work on some other stuff and things, but I'm hoping to have everything situated by next month sometime, because I'm thinking of doing, because my 6 months is coming up for my anniversary for me streaming. Technically speaking, I've been VTubing since the beginning of the year, but not actually streaming. So I don't know where people kind of draw the line for that. Regardless, I want to do something special for the 6 months. So, currently prepping for that. I'm trying to take a bit of my free time just to work on that stuff. So, I'm hoping by doing that, it will, everything will get done quicker. I have more time just to fine-tune the rest of everything. And then we'll be good, and I'll be ready. But this is VTuber that we're talking about. Just massive stuff around. So, expect that. But my goal is to have things situated by, like, oh my god! Oh my god, Purple! Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I super appreciate that. Holy crap, dude! How are you doing today? Oh my god. Oh. I will never get over just getting subs from people. Like, I can't. I fucking can't. Oh my god. That just super thank you. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. And also enjoy the new emotes that you get with that. The Burb of Judgment. But how you doing, Purple? How's everything going? Whoa. Thank you for the for the other side. What the fuck? Purple, holy shit! What the fuck, dude? Dude, thank you so much. Holy shit. I super, it is, oh my god. It is never required, and I will say this to everybody that's here, it is never required. It's super fine if you just want to be here, just hanging out with me. That or anything else, I super appreciate, and I'm always happy with. Any support that you're willing to give, I greatly appreciate it. Always goes back to the streams and everything, but oh my, I just never expected it. And honestly, I hope I never get used to that. Like, seriously, because that is, any support is appreciated. But I'm glad you're doing good today, Purple. I'm super glad. I'm super glad. Ah! Excuse me while I scream eternally. I see that now. I can't even right now. I don't know what to. I don't even know what to. I don't even know what to like. What I was talking about right now. God damn it. We were farming, and stuff happening next month. Right. I was talking about that. Yes. Again, hoping to get stuff situated for next month. Probably do it like mid-October. That's the plan. But beyond that, I don't know. Maybe we'll probably make an event. Maybe we'll do like a subathon or something like that. I know I have a friend who is doing a subathon for herself because it's her birthday this month. I think it's like in the next couple weeks, if memory serves me correctly. So why not just double down on that? I might do the same since my birthday's coming up next month too. So yeah, we'll definitely we'll see how that goes. But I plan on doing something like lore-wise. Maybe reveal some nice lore about myself and things. But I don't want to talk too much about it. I want things to be surprised. So we'll see. I still like I said, it's about that won't happen till like a month or so away. How do you get the sounds for your streams? Like for the sound notifications? Is that what you're asking, Purple? And Purple, either way, I super appreciate it. It means the world. It means the world. Partly it means the fact that I'm doing something right when I'm streaming. But it's a good indicator that you guys like what I'm doing, so I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll always appreciate it. But to answer your question, if you were referring to like the indicator or the notification stuff, that's all through. Oh, the game sounds. Oh, the game sounds. So my setup is a combination through using my Elgato. And also a, oh god, I don't know what it's called, but it's actually a HDMI to iPhone like splitter. So basically, I actually have my capture card plugged into the splitter, and which is plugged into my phone, and then I'm able to project that and like have the sound and get that set up and things. There's a way you have to do it in Streamlabs OBS to make it all work. But that's essentially how I do it. If you like, I'd be more than happy to send you some resources that tell you how to do that. It took a bit. It took a little bit. And it's not 100% always working because it does scuff a little bit. Yeah, sure. After stream, just remind me after stream. Since you're in my Discord, just remind me. And I'll get you that information for stuff. Where I use to get that set up. Also, we reached the milestone. My Scotty is actually set up, is at level 10 for Bond. So that means we get the Bond craft F's for her. So, hooray! I feel really bad considering my waifu Tamamo isn't at level 10 first. But to be fair, I don't use Tamamo for farming. I use her for like more mainstay stuff. But hopefully that will change once Castoria comes out next year. So we'll see, but she'll get there. But this is my first level 10. What does her love the gods left? So increases all allies' quick card effectiveness by 10% and crit straight by 15. That's stupid. That's really stupid. That's actually really good. That's like a small little buff, like a passive buff that you get. I am so okay with that. And it gives a little bit of attack and HP boost as well. That's awesome. Okay, I'll happily... Oh, didn't mean to click that. That's awesome. I'll take that. Sweet. All right. We have a lot of good stuff going on here today. Holy shit. Yeah, for those not familiar with Fate or FGO, after your character gets ranked up a certain amount to like I think it's level 10, for just out of use, they get a special equipment that's unique to them. 90% of them are not great, but there are some that are like super busted. Scotty's is one of the few that's, while it's not like busted, it's actually pretty good. So it's a really good buff for everybody if you're using a quick team. So, oh wait a minute, did I? Oh no, oh I almost fucked up there. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll do a switch. But yeah, I actually, it's kind of some of the reasons why I have a couple of characters that I keep in the back even while I'm farming. That way I can level. I don't think I have. If I remember correctly, I don't think he's equipped right now because of just the way the setup is. I might need to go back and change that later on, but we'll see. But yeah, my Achilles is very much in the same boat. Achilles is really stupid. Like, I think, if I remember correctly, I think his NP or / limit break does like 30% more damage, and then when he enters field, he gives everybody one attack of invincibility. So he can be really good in like tight situations where he just needs to come in and like save everybody from like a stupid attack, like a limit break or a noble phantasm from a boss. Plus he's like legit like one of my favorite servants, so I mean, why not? Yeah, I've been working on him for like ever since I got him randomly. Or actually I got him the same day that I got Scotty. Hilariously enough, I was what was it? I was like putting a lot of stuff into and rolling for Scotty. I ended up with like 3 5-stars before I eventually got her. Hilariously enough, all of which worked well with Scotty. I think, what was it? I got Atalanta, I got Achilles, who just so happened to be on Raid Up while Scotty was on Raid Up for the first time. I think I got Mordred randomly, and then finally I got Scotty. And like I said, Atalanta and Achilles worked perfectly with Scotty, so I wasn't complaining at all. But I've been super happy getting him ever since. Alright, so we might have to switch out. Yeah, let me see if I can switch in Achilles. Since he's at rank 9, just like Scotty was too, and since I'm going to be doing endless farming anyway, I might as well get him to level 10. Well, afterwards, yeah, I don't have him that level. Yeah, okay, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Legit, the way this setup is, I have to have everybody here with my total AP cost, because Mosh is cost free, and the CE that CE equip that she has on, we need it for farming. So, oh well, maybe round 3 I'll be able to bring him back in. But hey, we got Scotty, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. I figured I was on the cusp of getting her to level 10 anyway, so. All we need to do is get Tamamo, and then Edmond Dantes, who I'm using as my main farmer. He'll get there eventually. With all the farming that we do, I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at level 10 by the end. I think his bond equipment is kind of crappy too. At least compared to how I normally use it, which is mostly for farming and some like boss fights here and there, but that's totally fine. He's one of my favorite servants, so long as I have the bond CE, I don't care. Alright, so the goal is I'm gonna see how many apples I can do without getting to getting another set of 10 boxes. Then we'll open them up since we'll get more apples from that, and then we'll go about leveling some more servants and things. But okay, we should be good for a little while. I will say this though. So for those of you guys who weren't here earlier, I originally was going to have some other music set up, but I wasn't able to get things set up the way that I wanted to in time. I'm hoping to get that done by next week. So we should be good, hopefully, question mark. But as I was looking up some music, it did have me some nostalgia for some games that I possibly want to stream at some point. Like, I found a couple of songs from, like, Legend of Zelda. I found a couple of hilariously, some remix stuff from the Bravely series. Bravely Default mostly, but still, like, the Bravely series is by far one of my favorite JRPG games. And if any of you guys have not played the Bravely series, what the hell what are you doing with your life? Even though the first game, like, there is a thing about the first game that a lot of people are kind of about, but bar that one thing, and those who play Bravely, the original Bravely Default, know exactly what I'm talking about. Game's amazing. It takes the old style, like the old Final Fantasy style of turn-based RPGs, and just makes it more modernized. So you still get like the job system. You do get job system, but you also have like sub jobs that you can do level up. They have a really cool. They have a really unique system for where you have either the option to default, which is like your kind of like defense, which has you take less damage. You won't attack, you'll take less damage, but you'll also like stock up and attack, which then you can unleash like multiple attacks at once using the Brave command. Or if you're crazy and you want to do as much damage as humanly possible, you could just use the Brave command and actually give up a few actions for a character for a couple of turns as a trade-off. It's really well designed. So there's going to be certain times when you have to like burst down an enemy really quick before he kills you. So like using multiple attacks per turn actually is worth it, or multiple healing per turn to make sure that your team just doesn't die, that can take you back from the brink, is really nice. Or just to stock up for like a big turn when like a boss has like a weak point or a weakness or something like that, or have downtime. Just stuff like that. Also, it is another game that allows you to fucking break it with the job combinations. And for anybody who knows me when I play games, I love doing that shit. One of the reasons why I'm streaming Tactics Advance 2. I can't wait until we get to the very end to where I can show you some broken setups. But yeah, the Bravely Default, highly recommend anybody to play it if they haven't. Honestly, even if you don't, okay. I still, for story's sake, because the story is not bad, play the original first and then go into Default. But even if you don't play the original Bravely Default, you can still play Bravely Second, which is the sequel, with just fine. there'll just be some things that you may not know about, and they do a pretty decent job explaining that. Oh my god, the Bravely Second is in my top 10 of favorite games of all time. I love Bravely Second. They essentially just take all the things about Bravely Default and make it better. Plus, it has like one of my favorite. It has probably one of the most broken job classes I have ever had the pleasure of playing with. Like, God. If you're a fan of using mage classes, that is the game to just abuse mage, just abuse spells. It is so much fun. Technically speaking, you can do the same in Bravely Default 2, which is the third game of the series. But that's because I think the people who developed Bravely Default 2 took a lot of inspiration from Final Fantasy 14. Like in Bravely Default 2, they had like a lot of attacks and just style of gameplay for a certain job that were really reminiscent of the Final Fantasy 14 job. So, if you're a 14 player, that game actually isn't a bad game to start off with either. I still say the Bravely Second is the superior of the two. Probably also because of the fact that I'm a huge fan of the characters from Bravely Second. Like, they took the main character from the original game and made him an absolute badass. Well, not so much a badass, they made him more interesting. They took my favorite character from the original game and have her just be herself. And they introduced probably one of the cutest couples I've ever seen in a goddamn video game. Plus, all the puns. The game is just full of fucking puns. They're so obvious too. It's fucking great. But I won't be at some point in time be playing Bravely Default 2. Like, that game is happening. And we'll break that game too. Ooh, Arash is at level. Ooh, I got a golden fruit from that. Sweet, thank you. I need those. Ooh, sweet. I got another one of the scenic beauties. I think that's number 2. I think that's number 2, if memory serves me correctly. So I need 3 more, and I can max it out again, and then get more cards. Oh, you want to play it too? Yeah. It's so much fun. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend. Another game that I want to play, speaking of, if we're talking about like JRPGs, is Octopath Traveler. I need to replay that game again, because technically speaking, I never beat it. Technically. Oh my god, you never heard of Octopath Traveler? Oh my god. So, Octopath was made by the same people who made the Bravely series. So a lot of the gameplay is very reminiscent of that. It's almost as if you took the Bravely series, changed some things about, like, tweaked the gameplay a little bit more to make it its own, even though it has a lot of roots in kind of the Brave and Default system, and then make it like very, very reminiscent of like Final Fantasy 1, like the very old JRPGs. The way it works is you have a party of 8 that you use. You do have jobs and sub-jobs that you get. But and it does work off of the Brave default system, so you basically reduce damage and then get an extra turn that you can stock up later. The difference, they add what's called a break system. So certain type of attacks, whether it be elemental or from different weapons, does break damage. So each enemy has like a break meter. So say for instance, if you attack an enemy with like a sword attack, they have like a break meter of 3. If you hit that enemy with 3 sword attacks, shit, I fucked that up. If you hit the enemy with 3 sword attacks, essentially what happens... Yeah, I totally fucked that up. I hit the wrong button. If you hit the enemy with 3 sword attacks, they break, and you can do additional damage. On top of that, they go extremely slow, and they don't attack. So it's like essentially you cripple the enemy for a couple of turns, or for a couple of your turns, which is really cool. Yeah, this fight might take a while. I didn't use a Rosh's attack, so oh well, it happens. I've done that more often than I like to admit, so it just means we'll just be at the boss for a little while. So whatever. But yeah, it makes more sense in practice when you see it. But like I said, you just do. Have I seen the anime to the Fate series? Yes! I've seen most of the animes that have been related to the Fate series. I got into the series off of the original Fate Stay Night series, which I physically own. Then, more so once Fate Zero came out a couple years later, which Fate Zero, I don't care what anybody says, Fate Zero is a goddamn masterpiece. And I'm probably being biased, and you know what, that's fine. But the Fate Zero was... Fate Zero is... For what they were trying to do, they did it extraordinarily well, essentially with an anime that... And again, I don't know, Purple, and let me ask you this first. Have you seen Fate Zero at all? Or any of the Fate animes yourself? Wow, even with the scuff, I actually did that in 4 turns. I'm surprised. Oh, whatever. I'm not complaining. Shit. Because for me, I've seen... Okay, so you have seen Fate Zero 1 and 2. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I've seen Fate Zero... I've seen both seasons of Fate Zero multiple times. I've watched Apocrypha, which is really good. Okay, so you're on the original Fate Stay Night. Nice. Okay, so are you on the original Fate Stay Night or Unlimited Blade Works? Because there is a difference between the two. Like the original Fate... Oh, the very original. Okay. See, not a lot of, not a lot of people. You're watching it in order. Okay, no, that's legit. You're like, honestly, I know that the original anime doesn't get a lot of credit because it wasn't necessarily the best, but it wasn't like absolutely horrible. It still was it's still really cool. It was still a really fun series. Granted, the original Fate route is not as interesting as some of the other ones, like Unlimited Blade Works or Heaven's Feel. Oh, you saw the half of the original. Okay, you know what? I saw the original series back when I was in school. And then rewatched it a couple of times. I got a friend of mine back in college into the series as well from the original Fate series. We actually spent time after school a couple of days a week, and we were like studying some stuff. But then afterwards, we just watch anime. Oh my god, it was so, I completely, now that I think about it, I completely forgot about that. God, we watched a lot of anime. Me and a buddy of mine. We watched, and it was like some of the old stuff too. Like Fate Stay Night was one. I think another one was a Martian successor to Desco was another one that I got a friend of mine into. God. I think Get Backers was another one. God, there was quite a few. Now that I think about it, I have to think on that a little bit more because, like, it's drumming up some memories that I completely forgot about. Yeah, that was yeah. Did now that I think about it, did we watch Fate Zero as well? I don't remember. I'll have to, if I talk to my buddy again from way back, I'll have to ask him if he remembers what animes we ended up watching back then in college. Ah, okay, got it. See, you know, that was a bit of a fear back when I was in high school as well. But I had enough friends who were into it to where it didn't really matter. And in college, nobody really gave a fuck. So I was super grateful for that. So, can't say that I was very lucky and fortunate for that, but even still, that super sucks. Like, life is way too short to worry about what other people watch and things. And so long as it's not hurting anybody, do whatever you want to. Yeah, embrace the weakness. I will say there is no problem with wanting to keep that stuff on the down low because people can be very harsh, especially younger, and that type of stuff is more prevalent. I mean, let's be real, that stuff is always prevalent, but it's just manifests in different forms. Still, like I said, life's way too short to let anybody bug you about that type of thing. Now, man, Purple, thank you for asking me that question, because that got me thinking about just, like, all these, like, a lot of the stuff that we used to do. God, because that back in, like, that time, I made sure to, like, spend a lot of time just, because I wasn't in a position to have friends come over, though I was able to visit some of my friends' places. Which is often why we just met up in school and did stuff. And even to people who didn't watch anime. Ah, okay, that's fair. Yeah. Mine were a little bit as well. In the sense that, exactly. That was the case too. I think part of the issue was they were worried as far as that the house wasn't clean enough, and like people would be judged, would be like judgmental, so they didn't want any of that stuff reflected. So if we could have people over, it would just be like, we had the day after. People would have to know like months in advance and such, which I think was kind of silly. Which, honestly, when it really comes down to it, most people are more worried about the state of their own homes rather than other people's place. Yeah, there was a lot of that too, which I don't know why. Because like I said before, it's like, people are just people. But I mean, everybody experiences stuff differently, so whatever. But like I said, I am, while I wish I could have done it a little bit more, I am glad for the times that I was able to hang out with people. That I was able to do so a lot more back in college as opposed to I was in high school. there was a and thank goodness for this for an acquaintance from mine from way back when. They owned an anime shop that used to be near my old place. So I was very much able to like hang out with a lot of my friends from college or just in general, and we would just like play games. We actually had a whole group of people that used to play like stuff like Monster Hunter or Magic. We actually were able to get Magic down there and had like one of the big stores in the state come down there when their old store closed down. It was a bit far for them, but they were super content, and there was a lot of cool people that were there as well. So it was awesome. Those are some really good times. Because rumors and stuff, yeah. That's always a kicker. That's always a bummer. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. And Tal, welcome in. How are you? Hopefully you're doing well today. Yeah, my folks, yeah, there wasn't really anything like that around where I was too. Which is the reason why they decided to make their own shop, so there would be one. Which is awesome. It's still and funny enough, it's still there today, which is really cool. I don't know if they still do like Magic stuff like they used to, but still, those were some good times. I really missed that, and I'm glad you're doing good today, and with a day off too. Awesome. Days off are also always nice and needed. Sometimes I think we appreciate days off more, and we realize that we need more days off than we realize, because those days can just wear you out sometimes. Wait, what? Purple? Wait, no, hold on. Purple, what the hell? Again? Why you do this? No, dude, no. I am never mad. Please, I am never mad. I am just not used to that. I'm just not used to it at all. So that's, I tend to freak out when that happens. God, you think this is bad? You should have seen me when I after the stream that I got affiliate. That was even worse. No, legit, Purple. Thank you so much. I appreciate any support that anybody gives. Like I said before, it is never required to do that, but I always appreciate it. Like, if I freak out, it's a happy freak out. It is never out of being mad. Oh no! Oh no! Talon has the Bird of Judgment now! Wait, now that means more people have access to the Bird of Judgment. Oh no! Purple, what have you done? Nyx now has more free reign to go and judge people everywhere. God damn it. Oh my god. Oh, no, Purple, and that is super appreciated. There is nothing wrong with wanting to do that. Like I said, even people just being here and just hanging out is the absolute best. And that, more than anything, means the world to me. So I appreciate it. And I will just do my best to bring better quality streams and just do better with myself. And streaming and things like that. I always try, with anything that I get, I try to put it back into the stream. So. Alright, so how many are we at? Because I haven't been keeping count. So we're at 7. We've been at this for an hour, and it feels like we haven't gotten any anyway. God damn it. Okay, so the goal is to get to 12K. Since that's kind of the threshold for... God damn, I hate when I hit that. That's kind of the threshold for the boxes. But yeah, like, I do hope, like, but yeah, my hope is, there are a couple of things for the stream that I eventually want to pick up to just come up with, like, some better stuff. Oh, hello! You got Summer Okita Alter? Congratulations! And welcome in, Nietzsche. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Congratulations on your Okita, on your summer Okita Alter. Oh my God! That's still pretty good if you got her to NP3. Congratulations! That's some good luck right there. With all the stuff that was going on today, I almost forgot that today was the first release for Summer 6. Can we appreciate? Okay, we got Okita Alter Summer. Can we appreciate the fact that we also got Anastasia, Summer on Anastasia, and Summer Charlotte? Two characters I was not expecting. I was expecting we'd get Ereshkigal. I know there's a lot of people who wanted Ereshkigal. Hopefully we'll still get her, but still, that's awesome. Oh my gosh, she says Ultra Steichari. Oh my fucking God. That's amazing. I haven't seen much of the animations for Summer Okita Alter. I'll have to check that out. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. God, man, that is so cool. It's so weird, because I know they did, like, the main announcement for, like, all the main servants that are supposedly coming out this year. From that lineup that they do for each year. But it always throws me for a loop when they come up with, like, when we still have, like, the summer stuff. We still have stuff for possibly Halloween. And we possibly still have new servants coming out for Christmas. So, the new servant is always good. Oh, thank you. I'll have to check that out. I appreciate it. But yeah, the Gacha Fever is definitely running strong today. The crazy part about it is all the summer services this time around seem really, really good. Like, none of them seem like janky or anything, which I'm super happy about. Cause that's always the worst. And it's not to say that you can't use any servant, because you totally can, and that's one of the joy things about FGO. You can use any servant, no matter what rarity. Just things might just take a little longer depending on power level and such. But even still, like, it's always nice to feel like the character that you got is just really, really solid. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, interesting. I just noticed that one of my things didn't update like it was supposed to. That's odd. Oh, there we go. Hold on a second. Let me fix some stuff here real quick. Oh God, that looks horrible. I need to fix that. Hold on a second, guys. I'm just fixing up some things here. Interesting. Oh, okay. That's odd. Huh. Don't know why the name is, like, super long like that, but I'll have to fix that at some point. God damn it. Oh boy, I'll have to figure out a new system for that. Like, when I got my new overlay, I saw that Streamlabs had something that you could use to set up or like notifications for whenever you guys whenever anybody donated or followed or anything, just to show some support, to show that you guys gave some support and things. But I thought I had fixed it to where the names will be small. But I guess not. So I'll have to look into how some other people have their stuff situated or what they use. I mean, for a stream, I don't think it's gonna kill anybody. But man, like with all of this rolling and stuff that's happening, I'm very tempted to roll on a banner eventually, like a banner this year, like sometime soon. Combination of just for content for you guys to watch me suffer, but maybe to like round out my roster for stuff, which is weird because this Ultra Daishuri, yes. I'm thinking whether or not I'm trying to debate if I want to go after either like Super Orion later this year, or maybe throw a few things at Space Ishtar. How many of you guys are going after Space Ishtar this year, or Summer Orion, or hell, any of the servants in NA if you guys play NA? Because now that I think about it, I've been tempted to try playing JP, but I don't know if I'll be able to dedicate enough time to speed through the story to make it worth it. Because we'll be going all the way from one to we'll be going all the way through one thing, with the very beginning, all the way to Lost Belt 6. And that can take quite a bit. Which, actually, speaking of Lost Belts, I need to still finish Lost Belt 4. We haven't finished Lost Belt 4, I'm sorry. I'm really bad at that. Maybe I'll, maybe after Guildfest is over, maybe I'll, just so that way we can catch up and then maybe work on other stuff, because I think Lost Belt 5 comes out end of this year? So we still have to go do that? And I want to be ready and prepared for Lost Belt 5? Lost Belt 5 is in December? Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. At Christmas time. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Alright, so we'll have until Christmas to do it. I've debated whether or not I want to do maybe the rest of Lost Belt 6, Lost Belt 4, like Let's Play style, and I'll play it in my own time, but record it in my reactions, or just dedicate some streams to do so. I probably just need to maybe like dedicate like a week to do it, and we could probably just crank out Lost Belt 5 or Lost Belt 4, and then be good to go from there. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. But honestly, I really wish that the servants that come out in... I kind of hate the fact that the servants are split for Lost Belt 5. For Lost Belt 5. Because I really want to roll for Dio Scurry. I want to go hard into Dio Scurry, and that would probably save my life for having to roll a lot next year, because next year is going to be a fucking nightmare, I swear. What, watching him do Lost Belt 4? Like, how long did Miss stream that for? Because I know Mrs. streams can sometimes be, like, fucking, like, salt-fueled. Especially when he does, like, gacha rolls and stuff. I've been meaning to, like, I haven't had a chance to. I always try to catch his, I always try to catch the videos that he does, when he does, like, rolls and such, because they are fucking hilarious to watch. But I never had the time to, like, watch whatever he live streams, so maybe one day. Maybe one day. Ba, 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 ba. God. Like, can you believe? Can you believe that next year is going to be the year of Castoria, where the game is going to be fundamentally broken in so many ways to Sunday that's not going to be funny? And that will, anybody who basically has the Scotty system is going to cry for lack of Scotty. Oh, I am not looking forward to that, if I'm being honest. That is gonna be a nightmare. I hope some of my friends that I have will use Scotty, or will have Scotty listed on top of Castoria. Because I don't know. Like, I am very hesitant. To roll for Space Ishtar, because considering how much time and energy and resources I put in to get Dantes at NP3, so it would almost seem like a waste to get Ishtar to NP2, because then I'd be right back to where I started again. I mean, sure, I could see myself maybe having Space Ishtar as like a utility farmer in the cases where it's like, oh, I have Dantes, but I'm not able to get access to a Scotty right now. I can just use Space Ishtar until that point. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the best call for that is, because I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get Castoria. Castoria is not even guaranteed. So we'll have to see. We will have to see. Actually, hold on a second. What's going on here? Interesting. I'm just noticing the chat box is actually a little bit unscaled for some reason. I've really gotta. Maybe I think I need to work on or figure out how to better organize the animation, the layout for my overlay here. Wait, did Edward Teach get an animation update with his new summer outfit? Cause I've only been able to see like bits and pieces of the announcement, so I don't know everything that they released for summer 6. Oh my god, if they give him an animation up, you get that too? Okay. I'll check that out. I'll check that out too. Oh my fucking god. Oh, I'll have to go and check that out for myself. I've never used Edward Cheese, but I know he's a fan favorite. Also, I love the fact that basically for summer he looks like a fucking dad. He has the ultimate dad shirt, which I can appreciate. Oh my god, they were definitely treating us well for summer 6. Which I'm super happy for, because my biggest worry was things weren't going to be hyped all that much, considering we just got out of the hype from Lost Belt 6 and just all the stuff that brought, which it needs to be 2 years from now. I need Lost Belt 6 in my fucking life. I cannot wait for it to hit NA. Like, when Lost Belt 6 comes out, I will probably be dedicating all my stream, if I'm still streaming then, I will probably be dedicating all my stream time to doing Lost Belt 6. Because the story for that is just so good. But I have to ask, Nietzsche, and let me just confirm, do you go by Nietzsche or another name? I apologize, I didn't mean that. I meant to ask that sooner. I'm normally a little bit better about that. Have you been playing JP all that long? Or do you just play primarily JP, or do you play both? JP and NA? Because if you do both, bless you, because that is I imagine that is rough, trying to keep up with both games. Man, what's the Now that I think about it. Wasn't the schedule next year, story-wise? Aren't they splitting up the story for the Lost Belts really strangely next year? Like, we get Lost Belt 5 Part 1, Lost Belt 5 Part 2, and don't we have like almost like another like Lost Belt story in and of itself? If memory serves me correctly now? I forget. It's been a while since I've looked at like the roadmap for the main scenario. I'll have to check that out in a bit. And you know what? Give me a moment. I'll actually Nietzsche. I'll go ahead and look at those videos really quick if they're not too long, of course. Right after this. Yeah, because like last year was when the whole when lockdown stuff started. Now that I think about it. So I don't know if they actually did anything else out after Atlantis or Olympia or Olympus, I should say. Maybe that means maybe that means we'll get Lost Belt 6 next year. They'll speed things up. I highly doubt that, but wishful thinking, right? Let me check out these videos real quick. Hold on a second. Oh, that's a commercial. Hold, please. I gotta fix that. Sorry about that. Oh, I have that on my other screen. God damn it. Hold on a second. I gotta go take a look at that real quick. Hold, please. Oh, it has the whole animations for everything. Got it. I love the fact that Okita picks up the Rengoku when she's doing her buff skills and such. Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay, maybe this is a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be. I'll have to watch this later since I'm going to keep on farming and such. But again, thank you again, Nietzsche, for the videos. I will watch them after stream. Okie dokie. Let's see. So we're currently at 8, so we got another 4,000 to go. Jeez. These things take forever. But you know what? These make for really chill streams, and I'm able to talk with all of you guys. So that's super important. I think that's everybody I need? Yeah, we're good. We're good. God, now that now that I think about it, another game that I do eventually want to stream is because I made a list a while back as far as like some of the old games that I want to go and hit up. I want to play some of the really old Zelda games, and when I'm talking about old, we're like going back to like Link to the Past era and such. appreciated. Welcome in. Hello, Raiders. Hello, 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 hello. Let me give you a shout out. Welcome in, everybody. How's everything going, Chi? Hopefully you're doing good. How's your Guildfest farming going? Mine's going all right. I'm up to 50 boxes. So I'm trying to get I don't know what my goal is at this point because I didn't think I was going to get the 50 boxes, but yeah, we're at about 50 right now. So going good. We've been breezing through these with somewhat relative ease, so I'm not complaining. But how's yours? You been going pretty slow? Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Well, for everybody who came in from Chi's stream, hopefully everybody is doing good, and your guys' Guildfest farming is going good too. Though, even though you can go at this at the farming event for at your own pace, it is really good for resources. I am so happy. Like I've been I know it's probably like a capital sin to do it this way, but every 10 boxes I open them up, so that way I can just level so I can level some of the servants that I've been holding on to for the longest time. Just in case, like, after the event's over with, I don't have enough time to, like, open all the boxes, which I would really hate to have happen. Like, because what if you get to a point where it's like, oh, I want to go and, like, get more tickets and stuff, but I can't because I don't really have anybody to, like, that I want to throw stuff at. Like, that's always my biggest fear. But yeah, for everybody who is coming in from Chi's stream, as a little bit of an introduction to myself, my name's Kian Dark. I am an elven mage of no consequence, and I promise I won't blow up anything of yours that is very important, like your phones or your tablets or whatever you're using to play on FGO. But we play a lot of, we do play gacha games and things, but I'm mostly an RPG story guy. So if you like those type of games, I'm more than happy to have you here and stop on by and such. You did that last year, and still by the time you were done opening boxes, oh my god. Holy hell. How many boxes did you end up at the very end, Chi? If you don't mind me asking. Because that sounds painful. Because, oh my god, you had 1K boxes? Jeez! At the very least, I hope it got you a good setup for, like, items and stuff. But, oh my god! I am so sorry! That sounded like it hurt! Uh-oh, Talon bringing in the Burb of Judgment. Oh my god, like, I stopped. I ran out of apples exactly at 50. Oh, you needed 4K? That's fair. If you wanted to like cover all your bases, like everybody you wanted to summon, so that's good. That's good. If memory serves me correctly, because it's been a while since we last talked, so I apologize if I'm wrong on this. I know you had like a whole lot more servants than I did, so yeah, for that, or maybe even servants that you want to do in the future, that's legit. I don't blame you. God, I highly doubt that I'm going to be able to do 1K between just my job and just streaming in general, since I'm not like focusing on doing Guildfest for streams and things. I'm trying to do it to where I at least get a box, 10 boxes per day, and that's kind of my limit, my goal for myself. So we'll see at the very end what we have, but for the most part, like most of the servants that I've been wanting to level up, both from I think I did Hans, I did Izo. I was finally able to level up my Sigurd to 90. I did my Kiara to 90, which was awesome, so I could start using her. Kairi Chiron's now at level 80. Is that like max now? And I still have quite a few more. Like, I know I still have to do like Midrash and a couple other people as well, but you know, that's always good. Mara, hello, welcome in. Oh, thank you for the posture check, Redeem. I appreciate it. Ooh, thank you so much. I nearly forgot about that. How you doing, Mara? Hello, Mara. Oh no, he's throwing barrels. No, don't do that. Stop that. No throwing up the barrels here. I'm gonna have to hit this button and then we'll be good. But I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Was freaking out a little bit because my capture card and sound decided not to work. So that was fun. But beyond that, I'm good. Wait, no! 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 Nobody should be copying the Reptile. No throwing barrels! Wait a minute. What if the barrels are full of wine? Or cheese? You know what? I'll take that back. Throw the barrels. We'll stockpile all that. We'll stockpile all that. We'll stockpile. We'll stockpile and have a party at the end of Guildfest. That sounds like fun, right? See, yeah, exactly. Cheese and wine barrels. We'll get a bunch of cheese, we'll get a bunch of wine, and we'll be good. We'll have a party. And then, and the lady would be nice too. There's nothing wrong with that. Why not all three? Mora, why can't we have all three? We should have all three. All three sounds really good. You know what? Let's add in a fourth and get pizza into the mix too. Let's get some pizza in here as well. Oh, right! Yeah, D for all. Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm with you there. Yeah, Magicardo's new outfit looks good. Oh my god. I freaking love Achilles as a new outfit too. I love somebody's comment basically saying he looks like a fucking Pokemon trainer. It's like, where's the lie? It's so true, and I love it. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for Summer 6 so I can get that costume for him as well. He looks so freaking good. And hopefully by then I'll have a higher NP level Achilles so I can use him more. At least NP2. At least NP2. I originally was going to roll for him at the end of the year, but then I found out that we're getting a certain foreigner coming up for New Year's who I could definitely use, and she's fucking adorable. So that might take priority over things unless I get like really stupid lucky. Oh. Mora, now you just made me now you just made me hungry. Which is weird because I had a whole lot of pizza today from work. So I kind of want more pizza. Can I have more pizza, please? Well, Mora, to be fair, you were at my job. So you can't get pizza. How can you get pizza if you were at my job? You can't get me for that. If you were at my job, this would be a whole different circumstance. See, exactly. You only have yourself to blame. Swag jutsu on Summer Okita altar. Just mail the pizza. Yes, we're gonna airmail the pizza. That totally will be good for the pizza and you after you get it. Totally fine. Nothing bad at all will happen from that. I mean, you need to speak with the manager? I mean, I have the manager on speed dial. I can literally just text her. Mora, she's in the Discord. You can talk to my manager in the Discord. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Frendo, I have some unfinished business to take. Oh my fucking god, what have I done? I swear to god, if you message Mara, if you message her, she's gonna be so fucking confused, and it's gonna be amazing. Wait, uh-oh! Oh! Thank you for the redeem, but oh my god! Why? Why are you trying to hit me with lightning? That wasn't nice! You're lucky I have a shield now. You're very lucky I have shields now. Oh, and that could have been very painful for me. How dare! Unlucky. Unlucky. Mara, be careful. Mara, watch out. Mara, watch out. Your actions are being judged by Nyx, the Bird of Judgment. The Bird of Judgment sees all. So actually, now that I think about it, speaking of my bird, I've been thinking about getting some more emotes and maybe changing the emote lineup for things. If you guys would like, maybe add some ones for bits as well, because I don't have any email sets for bits. I wanted to order some new ones specifically for that. You stay out of this town. Oh my god. Love my Bird of Judgment. Love my fucking Bird of Judgment. But yeah, oh my fucking god, now Nyx has the power over fire. That is fucking great. That is amazing. I love that. Oh my god, that makes him even scarier than before. I mean, he can conjure blizzards and shit, so I have power. Oh my god. I need to make an emote that just works really well with that. Uh-oh. Oh, apparently Talon has power. But the question is, who has the most power? Wait, hold on, what the hell? What is that? That's you? Cause you got swag. Oh no! I don't know, Mora. I don't know. He's got you there. Talon's got you there. How can swag hold up against the power of fire? God. See, this is why we have emotes, because emotes are amazing. And totally not me more whatsoever. Stop. Oh my god. That fish looks like it's seen some shit. I fucking love it. Oh my god. I'll probably end up getting some more emotes from the same person I got them from before, because since I really, really love them. You can relate to that fish. That fish is a mood. That fish is very much a mood. Right? I know, Mora, you got a lot of them from them as well. So yeah, like hopefully sometime soon I'll get more. But yeah, I'll definitely try to get some for some bits. But you know what? Maybe I'll get like a poll. Maybe I'll get like a poll going or something like that, and see what kind of emotes you guys would want. Or maybe I'll just go through a list, or maybe them all. I don't know. I don't know. I never know the right way to go about those things. I will definitely have some new emotes by the time of whenever I do my 6-month anniversary. So we'll have those as well. We'll have those. But yeah, is there? I have to ask. How interested would you guys be? Me playing some really retro games, like going back to like maybe Super Nintendo slash like Game Boy Color old games, like retro games for stuff. Cause one of the games that I like, as I was looking into some music, one of the games that I wanted to play, possibly, is The Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Ages and Seasons. Since that was the Zelda game that I grew up on, outside of like Ocarina of Time, even though I was really bad at it. Like the Oracle of Ages and Seasons was, for a Game Boy Color game, it was so good. It was so freaking good. I just wish though, I ended up playing the Oracle of Ages and Seasons way more often than I originally expected to. Because I had a really bad derp moment when I was playing the game. Okay, so I don't think I've told this story on stream, but who here has played Oracle Ages and Seasons? And for the Game Boy Color? More, I know, like, you said that you did, but I don't know if anybody else has. For those of you who haven't, they had this system. It was almost like, think of it like, it was almost like a Pokemon Red and Blue scenario, though the games were completely different and you had like different dungeons and different puzzles. But what you could do is at the very end of the game, it would give you a code that what you're supposed to do is enter it in to the opposite game, and it would carry over all of your items and weapons and upgrades and such to the other game, and you could play through that storyline. And then what you did, you would get like a final dungeon and like the true final boss or a final ending for the game. The thing is, as a kid, I didn't understand that. And I thought you were supposed to put the game into a new file, and it would somehow play the other game on the cartridge. So I kid you not, for like between 6 months and a year, I replayed the game multiple times for Oracle of Ages, and I actually played through Oracle of Season 2 since it was borrowed by since my cousin had the other one. So we just swapped between the two. I played through Oracle of Ages and Seasons multiple times, thinking, okay, I'll have to, like, I'm just beating my head against the wall. I'll eventually figure it out. And then somehow it finally dawned on me of like, oh wait, I'm supposed to enter this code into the other game. Fuck. So that was fun. On the plus side, though, I knew exactly what to do, so it wasn't like it was a whole new game. And I enjoyed playing through Oracle of Ages and Seasons. Though I think Ages is way more interesting because I like the time travel aspect of it a little bit better. That was a fun little niche that they did, where it's like you can just go to a very specific spot and then time travel in the past and then just do a puzzle that way. Like make a tree grow in the past, like plant a tree in the past, make it grow in the future and such. Whereas Oracle of Seasons was fine, because it's just like, oh, I changed it to winter so I could go over a river, or I can make it fall, and that in turn would allow me to pass over holes that were originally pitfalls because they're covered up with leaves and stuff like that. So it wasn't bad, but like I said, the time travel aspect to me is more interesting. But yeah, like definitely that. Like definitely that. Oh god! You know what game I'd love to play? And maybe get like a couple of people, a person or two in to play with me. Who here has played Gunstar Hero? Or Gunstar Heroes, I should say. Like the old shooter, the old like Metal Slug style shooter back from the Sega Genesis. That game was amazing. Like that, like if you have not played that game, oh my god, it's so good. That was one of my favorite games as a kid. Like it plays like Metal Slug, so it's just like going around the stage and shooting the shit out of people. But you get like these power ups you get power ups that you could like mix and match, and they'll have like different effects. Like you can do like fire and like force pellets, and it makes a flamethrower. Or like a homing stars with homing star with lasers to basically make like a tracking beam that will like literally just go around and like kill enemies really quickly. It's super good. Yeah, like I said, the game is so much fun. Like Sega Genesis had a lot of really cool like couch games. Like that Streets of Rage trilogy was really good. I know that's a game that me and my bestie is near to dear to our hearts because we grew up with those games, and we when the new what was it? I think it was Streets of Rage 4. When Streets of Rage 4 came out, we got the game that day and played it all the way through. It was so much fun. Since we're big beat 'em up nerds. And she's like one of the few people that I know that played Streets of Rage growing up as well. Man, just so many games, so little time to play. But it's okay. We will get to those I still have games that I want to do that I haven't, and we will see next month. Next month, as a little bit of a spoiler here, I will be playing at some point in time for Halloween SCP Containment Breach, and I will probably scream a lot. Because I've never played the game before, even though I have seen people play SCP Containment Breach. If it's gonna be anything like me playing Phasmophobia, I'm probably going to die a lot, and I'm going to scream a lot. Because SCPs and spooky shit kind of creeps me out a little bit. Especially if I'm going into it unprepared. Fuck, I fucked it up again. Oh well, that's fine. That's okay. I think this alone should kill them both. Yeah, we're good. And then Scottish should come out. Yeah, we're fine. We're good. I did it out of order because I wasn't paying attention, but it's fine. It's okay. But now that we're talking about since we're kind of in the realm of doing retro style games, does anybody have any games they absolutely love playing as a kid? From the, I don't know how old everybody is, but from the Sega Genesis, maybe Super Nintendo era of games and such. Hell, even the old Nintendo games or Game Boy and such. I'm curious. I very much was growing up was a Sega Genesis kid, and very big as far as handheld games were concerned. So while I didn't play Super Nintendo, so I wasn't really super exposed to Mario games unless it was on the handheld. I was exposed to quite a bit of a bit of Sonic and some of those other games as well. Monkey Island? What system was Monkey Island for? The game sounds familiar. But I don't remember Monkey Island too much, personally. Monkey Island. What system was Monkey Island for? I do not remember Monkey Island at all. God, this is gonna bother me now because it's like, the fuck's a Monkey Island? The really old Sonic, yeah. Like the first game that I got for when I got my Sega Genesis, and this was back when I was like super small, was Sonic 2 because it came with my Sega Genesis. God, I would play Sonic 2 so much. Like, over Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3. And like Sonic 3 and the Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Even Sonic and Knuckles itself. That was amazing. I love Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. Oh, so much. That's next to like Sonic Adventure 2. That's probably my most played Sonic game. Oh, Monkey Island was a computer game. Okay. I didn't play too many computer games growing up. Outside of like the generic like Word Muncher and stuff like that. Maybe the occasion like Oregon Trail and things. Yeah, I didn't really play a whole lot of computer games way back when. Cause I don't. Plus, like I think, but that's mostly because I was more interested in just the games that came on like the consoles than anything else. Yeah, good old Snake. I didn't play a whole lot of Snake. Granted, I didn't get a phone until much later on, but still. The olden games like that were good. In their own way. After this, I think we'll be... No, wait. I think we'll still have a little bit more for another round before we have to use another apple, so... I think that's good enough. Yeah, let's actually not hit the wrong one this time. Thank God Stella does enough damage to take out Wave 2 if need be. But yeah, now that I think about it, like... I'm trying to think back. You know what? There was a game. There was a computer game series that I adored playing quite a lot when I was a kid. It was a puzzle. It was a story-based puzzle game based after Bram Stoker's Dracula. My dad is a very avid fan of vampires and such. He was very interested in the lore of them and Dracula and things. So he ended up picking that up, and what we would do is we actually would we would go kind of like work together and play games like that. So like we would go through the story, and basically the way it was a puzzle game. There, like, you would, like, be put into a room where you have to, like, travel through, like, a haunted house or something like that, and then you would, like, need to go find items to get to the next area or use them on other things. It was almost like, it was very escape room-esque in that type of case. And then there were some cases that were, like, timed where, like, you're being chased by a monster and you had to, like, take time to, like, barricade the door with, like, quickly find the item to barricade the door or something like that. Which was a lot of fun, and oftentimes that's how me and my dad ended up playing games as time went on. And we all of course have like our different style games. Like I was big more on RPGs, he was more big on like fighting games and like action based games like God of War and such. Because he was much better at playing like doing combat related stuff. So, like, when we would, like, we actually played together the whole God of War trilogy when that came out. Which, super solid game. I love the original God of War. I haven't played the newest God of War, which is based after Norse mythology. Even though I hear it's like freaking amazing. It's on my list of games to play at some point in time. But I don't know. Oh, God of War, yeah. God, I'm sorry, we got a little off track. We were talking about retro games. God of War is not a retro game, guys. I'm sorry, I'm getting like really off track with topics and stuff. I apologize. What else outside of since we were talking about like Sega and those old games, like what else? Because I spent a lot of my time playing like mostly handheld stuff. Like like Kirby was a big game for me. Granted, I only played like the first two. I freaking love Kirby. I freaking love my Kirby games. What else? The Pokemon game. Oh, don't get me started on Pokemon. Don't get me started on Pokemon. I'll be here all day. I will Pokemon has a very special place in my heart. To this day, I have, outside of the remakes, which is like Let's Go Pikachu. I think Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are the only ones I didn't play. I have played every single game in every single, like I have tried to play every single main game for each generation that has been out. Even if I only played the game once through, I still thoroughly enjoy playing those Pokemon games, the Pokemon games when they come out. And I cannot wait to stream Pokemon, the remake for Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, because that was my absolute favorite. But yeah, like the original Pokemon games has a special place in my heart, because since me and my cousin were not too far off in age, we oftentimes when we get games, we get games at the same time. So there was plenty of times when, like if we got one version of the game, he would get the other, or vice versa. So we could at least get what Pokemon that we wanted to at times. When we got along, because we didn't necessarily get along all that when we were growing up. 100%. Sometimes we did. Sometimes we did. But yeah, but yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, I've literally played through every single generation, and I haven't stopped playing every single generation, and I don't plan to. But what else? What other Sega games and like old retro games did I end up playing? Oh, you know what? You know what game, if we're talking about like older games, you know what game needs a remake? And I don't know any of you guys have played it. Like some of the old N64 games, like the platformers similar to like Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie. You know what? Banjo-Kazooie needs a fucking remake. Like we need like a modern day Banjo-Kazooie. Granted, technically speaking, we got that with Ukulele, and a lot of people didn't like it, myself included, which is really bad. Me too! Oh my god! Like the original I played so much of the original Banjo-Kazooie. I love the original Banjo-Kazooie so much. Banjo-Tooie as well. Banjo-Tooie as well was another good one. Actually, hold on a second. I need to make a quick change because my chat box is not doing what it's supposed to do. There we go. Okay. I think that should fix that problem. It was stretched out for some reason. It wasn't being condensed, but hopefully that fixed it. But yeah, like the original, like I played a crap ton out of the original Banjo-Kazooie. I never got Banjo-Tooie for myself because I never got it for Christmas, but I did have friends who had it, and I was able to play and beat it that way. But yeah, I would love to get like a modern day Banjo-Kazooie. Though, if you haven't played it, if you do want a game that's very reminiscent of those old style Banjo-Kazooie games, that's like different, because I think that, in my mind, I think that's why, or I imagine why, the ukulele didn't work out, or it wasn't as popular as the original, like Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie was. Because I think it was almost too samey in that regard. A Hat in Time. If you guys have not played A Hat in Time and you love those old style games, it is so good. Taking a water break, I didn't get any water. Oh my god, but yeah, it basically has the collectathons that you would get from Banjo-Kazooie, mixed with just different powers and abilities that you could go and mix and match for yourself. So it was very reminiscent to those old games, but like its own game in and of itself. Plus that game memes so hard, so highly recommend if you haven't played Hat in Time for yourself. God, I love Hat in Time. That game is so good. Maybe I'll stream that sometime soon. I still have to play. I played the original game all the way through. I was waiting for the DLC to come out for my PlayStation 4 because I didn't feel like rebuying the game. But hell, since I'm streaming, I may just rebuy the game and we'll go and do that. Yeah. It's really good. It's really good. Plus, it's fucking Hat Kid is absolutely adorable. So just to like go through and see all the crazy stuff that she does, and that she gets into is really it's good enough on its own. But yeah, highly recommend. Highly recommend if you guys get a chance. Plus, I don't think it's all that expensive to get the game plus the DLC as well too. But yeah, like the Banjo-Kazooie style games were a big one for me. Legend of Zelda, though, the Legend of Zelda I played were more of the handheld. It took me forever to beat Ocarina of Time, because my small elf brain just couldn't handle some of the puzzles and just like other things you needed to do. Now I think I could totally go through Legend of Ocarina of Time and like crush it without a problem, which I might do at some point in time, because that's definitely a game I want to revisit. That and Majora's Mask, because I haven't beaten that game before. The time mechanic always just threw me for a loop. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because it's just the pressure, because it just feels like, even though I know you technically have all the time in the world, because you can just reverse time as much as you want to get to a certain point. But I always thought it was just super aggravating, where you essentially would just be like, okay, I have to get to this one spot. Oh, wait, I kept falling into this pit, so I'm not able to get into this door that opens. So now the door's closed. So now I have to go back and rewind time all over again. Then I gotta go back and try it again. Like that kind of bugged me a little bit. Though to be fair, part of the problem is just that I just need to get good at the game. But if I can figure out a way to do it somehow, maybe I'll play some. We'll get some Ocarina of Time. Or you know what? Why don't we just skip all that and just play Breath of the Wild? That's what all the cool kids are playing, right? They're not playing any of the old Zelda games. They're just playing, Breath of the Wild. Also a game I have to go and replay. The original one was really good. I just have to do the DLC. Yeah, get this button. Now that I think about it, speaking of Breath of the Wild, have we gotten any word of when Breath of the Wild 2 is supposed to be coming out? I know we got the second trailer, but is that supposed to be coming out next year? Sometime? Or was it the year after? I can't remember. It was something like that, now that I think about it. But either way, I would be first in line to play that game, because if it's anything like the original, like, I could just, like, kick back and relax. Whether, like, will I stream it? I don't know. I probably will. But Breath of the Wild was just a really good game just to sit back, relax, and just turn your brain off and enjoy. Well, I feel like I feel like, especially for us streamers, and I don't know if this is just me or not, but I know there's certain games that I would never stream because I would just want to just sit back and enjoy it myself. Like a perfect example, and I'm still on the, I don't know 100% if I'm going to stream it at all, though. If I don't stream it, I think I know somebody here in chat who probably will. Dragon Age 4, because of the way I play the game. I don't know if I'm going to stream Dragon Age 4 whenever that finally comes out, because I like to take my time with that and not be like restricted to anything. Because like because I'm so big on like the character reactions and such, I like to just take my time and just listen and just enjoy the story for what it is at my own pace without having to worry about like anything. So like that game, oh my god, I cannot wait until Dragon Age 4 comes out. God, now I gotta replay the original. I gotta replay the original. I don't know, Mar, are you still planning on possibly streaming all 3 Dragon Age games when we get an announcement for when 4 comes out? Just like to build yourself back up beforehand. I thought about doing that. The only my biggest fear is that if, say for instance, the game, that's exactly, same thing with me too. It's the Souls, especially Inquisition. Inquisition takes me forever to go through. I don't know how long it would take me to do the original, personally, because it's been forever and a day since I last played. But I know Inquisition would take a lot. Yeah, 2 was, from what I remember, 2 wasn't too bad. 2 wasn't too bad. Then again, I only played through 2 once, so I don't remember everything that happened. I will say this, since I played through the first one so many times, I could probably get through, unless I did everything. I know that I could, I know that it wouldn't take me super long to do Origins for Dragon Quest. Inquisition, it's gonna take me forever. Like, Inquisition, like, there is no doubt about that. You're gonna go to bed, Purple? No worries, Purple. Purple, thank you so much for coming out to hang out and for the sub. It's super appreciated. I really appreciate the support. You have a good evening, and I will talk to you later. Oh, and I will try to remember to get you those stream videos as far as how to set things up with a capture card. Again, just remind me. Just remind me to just ping me to remind you if I forget to do so on Discord. But you know what? Maybe what we could do, rather than just going through all the games, maybe we could just pick one and just go through that one. Because unless we dedicated every single day to playing the Dragon Age game, all 3, we would not be able to do so in time. Which I would if I had a choice, I probably would play through either I probably either play through the first one or Inquisition, leaning more towards the first one. Sure thing, Night Night Purple. The only thing that I would want to try to do for, if I played not Inquisition, if I played Origins, is figure out a way to get controller support set up for it. Because when I played Origins, I didn't use keyboard and mouse. I played it on the PS4, which was actually very well done for the control setup. You were thinking of doing Inquisition and then doing the Soulless route? Okay, that's fair. That's legit. Like, a part of me wants to do Inquisition again, because technically speaking, I did do, my first playthrough was as a mage, but I wasn't happy with it because I rushed through the story. I never did the DLC. But I want to do a proper mage playthrough. I want to do a proper mage playthrough. Mainly because now I know where to go and what to look for and how to go about things. Plus, I think I built my mage wrong, which is why I was so bored. I wasn't super happy with my playthrough. Yeah, me too. Like, I picked, the skills I ended up picking were just super spammy, so I wasn't having as much fun in combat as I wanted to. I didn't die because I was a knight enchanter, but I just wasn't happy. So, wait, you got stuck in 2? Where'd you get stuck in 2? Was it like the part of the quest that you got stuck in, or because of the class that you picked? Because the job, oh, yeah, okay, yeah. You were a terrible mage. Yeah, okay. I'll give you that. You just ran. Okay, yeah, I understand. That fight was pretty rough. Yeah, I don't know what I did to beat that, so I think it took me a couple of tries for me to beat him as well, so I totally get where you're coming from with that. Oh, right! Didn't you have the ability to solo him if you so choose? Like, you can fight the Kudo, you can fight him one-on-one. Or you can do it with, like, your entire party. I thought that was the decision. Right! I don't remember if I soloed that or not. I forget if I soloed that or not. God, it's been so long since I played 2. Don't do it as a mage. Well, that's how I beat the game. I beat Dragon Age 2 as a mage, even though it was only once. So, though, to be fair, I don't remember. Like I said, I don't remember how I did things. So, but honestly, I don't remember the classes or like the different classes that were even available. So, I'd be curious to maybe try that to see. To try some different combinations. Yeah, I remember that. I totally remember that. Man, now that I think about it, did I solo that fight? I don't remember. I'm not gonna try to break my brain. Okay, we're about maybe 3,000, a little under 3,000 away before we get to the promised land, which will be pretty good. Yes, very much pain, Pecco. Very much pain, Pecco. I agree. All right, Mora, are you sure you don't want to replay? You don't want to replay Dragon Age 2 as a mage for the flex to say that you did it? Come on, Mora, you know you want to. Just bringing back horrible memories just thinking about that. Yeah, with the right build. That's a question for you, Mora. Do you, when you do your first playthrough for a Dragon Age game, do you normally play as a mage, or do you just pick a job that seems interesting and just go from there? Because with no surprise, I traditionally just play a mage, and that's how I do all my playthroughs for stuff. Because at least in the older games, you normally go rogue then mage. Okay. For me, at least, for the first 2 games, I did nothing but mage. I attempted to play as other jobs, but I didn't like it nearly as much as I did playing a mage. Or maybe I was just so used to playing a mage that I couldn't see myself playing it as anything else. Yeah, daggers, baby! Daggers, baby! You know what? A Dragon Age Inquisition was the first game I actually branched out to playing a different job. Because my second playthrough, the one that I took my time with, was I played as a warrior. Yeah, totally. That's fair. And that was one thing that I enjoyed when I played Inquisition, to get that difference. Oh my god, like, I played as a warrior reaver. I played as a reaver. That was so much fun. I was so surprised. Because you could essentially do both. Like, you were... Female mage Cullen, yes! I never did that myself, but I heard that was a really cute pairing. I've done Cullen's story, so I can only imagine how cute that would be when you pair the two together. God, like, I remember doing, because that also was when I did my warrior, I played as an elf. I did the Solus route as a tank. Oh yeah, I was super surprised. Like, it let me do both. I could tank, and I could rip people to shreds. It was perfect! I had so much fun. Plus, I, like, min-maxed that job. Like, I went out of my way to get, like, the best equipment and, like, the best schematics for everything. So when I had the opportunity, I just ripped through shit. It was so cool. Would not mind, though, if I were to play Inquisition again, I would love to play. I want to do a mage playthrough just for completionist's sake, because I still want my after the for when Dragon Age 4 comes out, I still want my canon in the lore. I still want my main character to be my Inquisitor to be a mage. But if I had but I would love to at least attempt to do a rogue. But I haven't found a rogue job that I'm a fan of. Like, I tried a little bit with the bow. I tried a little bit with daggers, and none of them really did it for me. But maybe I just didn't find the right combination of skills and things to use. Mora, what would you recommend? Could you recommend, like, maybe a job combination to go with for rogue? Bows are yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Like, if I was gonna do bows, I would much rather have, like, full-on control. Like, if you're like, I don't mind being bows. Like, I play bows in Skyrim often. Like, let me actually shoot. Like, first-person mode, arrow everybody in the knee, play style. Like, let me play that way. I'll play that way as a as using a bow. But the way with the Dragon Gate style play, not so much. Not so much. So maybe I just need to find like a dagger build. Like, how did you what did you play? Or did you do like Tempest or Assassin? Or what was it? Engine? What was it? Artificer? What's the third option for Rogue? Uh-oh. I don't think we have, I think you might need to refresh here. Let me refresh. Hold on. Maybe? Maybe? Okay, there we go. We have one. You went with Assassin? Okay. I've heard good things about Assassin. I heard being a Rogue Tempest is busted. Which I think would be kind of cool, because the way that you do Tempest, it's almost like you're a mage just with dagger. You're almost like a spellblade. Like I know that you're using like potions on you're essentially just using potions on your daggers to like imbue them with like fire and other elements. But it's like that. It sounds like you're almost like playing like a mage, or like I said, a spellblade at that point, which I think is a really cool idea. So maybe I'll try that. But yeah, if I'm gonna replay a game, I would definitely want to replay the original. As much as it would probably be good, at least to get another a second perspective, since I haven't played the second game in so long. I totally want to play the original, because like that was just the original was just so good. Also, I want to listen to Liliana tell me stories again. Totally did not pick Liliana 9 times out of 10 whenever I had the opportunity to. Whether I was playing as a guy or a girl, don't care. Like, Liliana was best girl. Oh my god, her voice makes me melt. Especially when she's being extremely shy or cute or embarrassed. And just being her. Oh my god. I can listen to Liliana all day fucking long. I love Liliana so much. And then she became a total badass in Inquisition. She became a total badass in Inquisition. And then, like, she wouldn't tell me stories anymore. I'm like, Liliana? Lily? My stories? Please tell me tales. Please. Please. Tell me more bedtime stories. I want them. I need them in my life. Oh my god, did I tell you? My first playthrough with Liliana, when I found out that there was like a side story for her, I got hardened Liliana by accident, and I had to restart the game because I was so upset. You know what? I think that was the key reason why I didn't like my main playthrough. Now that I think about it, that was the reason why I hated my mage playthrough. I hated my mage playthrough because I fucked up Liliana's story. I was like, no, Liliana needs to be happy. I can't have her be evil. No, I can't have this. We're fixing this shit. I completely forgot about that. Oh god. Oh god. You did that with Alistair? I did that with Alistair on a playthrough once. Having hardened Alistair. That was interesting. Definitely led to a very interesting scene that I wasn't expecting at a particular pub in a particular city with two particular people at the same time. Yeah, that was interesting. I was not expecting that. Oh my god. Tell him no! Don't give me the burden of judgment. You have to understand. Liliana is best girl. I want Liliana to be happy. I want her to be happy. See, Maura, you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly the scene that I'm talking about. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe I forgot that was the reason why I hated the playthrough. Well, I got my vindication with making my Inquisitor go through the quest line properly. So all is well. Yes, Tala, go eat. No! You forgot to eat! No, you have to eat! Food is your friend! Food is your friend! Food is your friend! Food is your friend! It is good. Don't make me get the burden of judgment on you. I'll fucking do it. I'll fucking do it. Don't think I won't. I will summon Nyx right here and now and make him stare at you angrily, judging you for all of your sins. Don't think I won't do it. Man, I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. Totally trying not to be threatening at all. Also, I'm using my model with my proper emotes. So all is well in the world. I can't believe I messed that up the other day. God. This is good. Maura, thank you. Like, I'm so glad there's someone else out there. And not to say that there isn't, but I'm glad there's more people that adores the Dragon Age series as much as I do. Cause like a lot of people that I talk to are like either they either heard the game but never played it themselves, or they just weren't fans of it. Oh, it's definitely in my top 10. Yeah, I freaking love it too. I freaking love it too. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think what will happen whenever one of my next game series ends, like big ones, like say maybe when Tactics ends or something else, I think I might just play Dragon Age. We'll go through like the original Dragon Age if I can get that set up for myself. Oh my god, yes! Like that game, oh my god. That game, to this day, I still say is one of the best written games of all time. They did so well with the world building. And the writing. The writing is so fucking great. Like, that's one thing, at least for me, that sells me on a game, is if you can make the characters that you spend all the time with in the world just as real as people, as everyday people. I think a lot of games fall short a little bit with that, but that's honestly, as a writer, that is probably one of the biggest things you can focus on. Because even if your world isn't the most interesting thing in the world, or even if it's bare bones, if you have really good characters, they can tell you, the characters in the story can tell you more about the world than you traveling to other places. Because yeah, you can see things, and you can see the world and see how things develop, but you wouldn't have lived it like the characters that you play as has. And each of them have different stories and experiences and just all these things. Like just from the characters, just from talking about the original Dragon Age, you learn so much about Orlais, more about Antiva, even though we don't travel there until well, we don't travel to Orlais until the third game, but even before that, when we got so much information about Orlais just from Liliana alone, and from other things like in the world, like from people that Liliana have known, people who are from Orlais, and it just kind of builds this idea of how that city is before we even get there, and then when we actually get there, it's almost as if we've been there before. So getting there, it's super exciting because you want to learn more about it. Also, even if we never went to Orlais, it was perfectly set, the story and the way the writing was done is perfectly set up to us knowing enough about the different areas in the world of Dragon Age without us ever having to go there. So, but it's enough, because that's another thing with writing. It's show don't tell. It's the idea of show don't tell, which in some cases it's mostly good, but there are some weird cases where it doesn't work out as well as you want it to. But you like showing like different aspects of a character in their relations to where they're from can tell you a lot more about the world itself and make the world feel more real. Plus, can I just say that Dragon Age has some of the best character interactions I have ever seen in a fucking game, especially when you're like traveling with people. And it's each game is fucking better. It gets better and better. Hey, welcome back, Talon. What'd you end up getting? What food you end up getting? What good eats? There's so much of the banter. And then it reacts really well as far as like what's going on. Oh, fried rice! Fried rice is always good. Mora, I have to ask. Have you ever tried like dating or being interested in both Morgan and Liliana at the same time? Because I had that happen by accident. Oh my god! They were, whoo! Like, Lily, oh my god! Let me just say, back then, even though she acts super sweet most of the time, Liliana has some fucking claws. Oh, oh my god. She burned Morgan really badly a couple of times. It was so good. If you ever get a chance, try that. Like I said, I did that by accident because I didn't understand how the dating system or like the relationship system worked all that much. So I like both characters, so I was like, hey, let's interact with them both. I did not realize I was not prepared. I was not fucking prepared. It was so good. I will say this though. As much as I love Liliana, Morgan was fucking amazing. Morgan's story, honestly, was probably the best character story. And I'm like, despite the fact that I love Liliana to death, and I'm probably looking at it in the form of hindsight. Exactly. Like she went from that bitch and knowing she's that bitch to like just growing into this character that's almost like, it's almost as if she was allowed to feel. Oh, do not get me started on Flemeth. Do not get me started on Flemeth. Oh my fucking god, do not get me started on Flemeth. Holy shit. I don't want to say so much because I don't want to spoil it for people who want to play the game. But goddamn Flemeth. I can listen to Flemeth talk all day. I can listen to Flemeth talk all day. Like Flemeth is the definition of a fucking walking spoiler. Though a lot of her, she has some of the best quotes. She has some of the best quotes in the game. Which gets even better. Oh, kudos to the voice actress for her. She did such a stellar performance. Like going from like old witch in the woods to being fucking one of the most prominent, important characters in the entire game. Flemeth from Dragon Age. I don't know. I don't know how much you're into Dragon Age or if you played it or not, Talon. Flemeth is such a good character. I love Flemeth so much. God, what was the quote that she said? Oh, you're not. Okay, yeah. Flemeth is a recurring character from the original game. But she later you later find that she's probably one of the most important characters in the game, despite the fact that she only appears like in a handful of times. And she is the definition of a fucking walking spoiler. Plus anything, like, she's one of those characters, like, when she appears, especially after her first appearance in the game, her presence holds so much weight. Like, her presence just holds so much weight to like the scene that she's in. I will still never forget her quote. I don't remember the exact quote verbatim, but it was something along the lines of and this was when she first appears in the second Dragon Age game, where it was like, we stand on the precipice of change. The nation is on the nation is on the inevitable plunge into the abyss. Watch for that moment, and when that moment comes, do not hesitate to leap. For it is when you fall, is that when we know if we can fly. Something like that. I'm not doing it verbatim, but the quote was like something like that. God, that quote, oh my god, it's so fucking good. I love Flemeth. And then when we find out who she is in Dragon Age 3, I lost my shit, to say the least. Like, nobody could have prepared me mentally and emotionally for that DLC. I was not prepared. I was not prepared at all. And I'm so glad that I went the Solus arc for my Inquisitor. Because it made it all the more better. Because it made it better. Oh my god, that had so much weight. But again, that's a testament to how good the writing in this game is. It's just the testament for, and this is something that I've been learning. And it holds, yeah, fucking egg Solus. Yes! let me tell you this, Mora. Let me tell you this. When I played through the original Dragon Age, Inquisition the first time, I didn't interact with Solus all that much. And then, like, I told a friend of mine who got me into the series that I didn't do it. And she was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? The DLC is fucking amazing. You need to play it. So I eventually got around to it, and she told me, she was so pissed at Solus and I didn't understand why. Like, I knew he did something, but I didn't know what he did. So I was like, okay, let me go and play through the game and let me see what happens. So I went and I specifically made sure to be a female elf for it. I understand now. He broke my heart too. I was like, oh my god, I didn't know. I was not prepared. And it's even worse because it's the perfect setup for the next game. And it explained so much. Like the DLC gave so many. Oh no, I do too. I totally do too. I get it. I get why he's doing what he's doing, but like, holy fuck. That DLC held, I love games, especially for games that you've been playing for so long, that have like these huge story payoffs. For like you get so many answers to this shit that you've been waiting for so long. I know, right? Look, if that was an option, I would have picked that option. That would have been perfect. Oh, Baka-sama-kun, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. How are you doing? Oh yeah, it totally leaves you empty. I did not know. I unfortunately do not play JP. Though I have been very tempted to start a JP account. I just don't know if I have enough time to like speed through the game to actually benefit from having a JP account. I might as well just use the account that I've been putting all my time into. But I'm glad you're doing good today. Welcome in, welcome in. We're just doing some farming stuff today and things, and we're yelling about Dragon Age, the Dragon Age series. I don't know if you played the game before. I appreciate that, Baka, but I'm good. Actually, how do you prefer being called? Do you have a particular name? Do you prefer going Baka or Sama or any one of those? And you haven't played, and if you haven't played Dragon Age, and if you're into like fantasy RPGs, it is one of the best. It is one of the best written, character-driven, story-driven RPG I've ever had the pleasure of playing. Ah, okay, you've had the account for a long time. Got it, got it. Again, I appreciate it, but I am good. I am good. This is the first year people have had a problem with just saying Baka-sama-kun. Do you want me to call you Baka-sama-kun? Or do you want me to shorten it? I don't have a problem of doing any either. That's my name. Okay, Baka-sama-kun. No worries. I will do my best to keep up with that then. It is nice to have you in. I'm good with whatever. If you prefer doing it all, having the full name, I can do that. If you prefer just Baka, that's fine too. I like to go with people's preferences. Like I said, I will do my best to accommodate. But yeah, I do appreciate that. But yeah, I'll stick with my current account right now. The name knowing what it meant. Mara, why are you saying sorry? I feel like there's a story to this name that I'm not familiar with. What does the name mean? What is it a reference to, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, the story is I'm a weeb. Okay, that works. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's better. That's more than enough of a story than I need. Exactly. We're all weebs here. Talking about fantasy games and video games and animes and shit. All that good stuff. I thought box would roll off the tongue. No, that's legit. That's legit. Hey, it works. It does roll off the tongue very well. I agree. But yeah, like I said, a part of me a part of me has thought about doing like a JP account, and I really want to, mainly because of Lost Belt 6 shenanigans. But I would much rather just wait. I'm totally fine with waiting and things. Though I will, but I use just Bakasama whenever I get a chance. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I am very much a fan of doing rolls and shit, or at least just watching people doing rolls and shit. So I haven't actually. Now that I think about it, I haven't done any rolls. I haven't done any roll stream in a while, since like Gura 3, I think. Because all the other ones I've done on video. I haven't done any stuff on stream in a while. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Again, I appreciate the offer, but I am good. Now that I think about it, I kind of want to, Like, now that I think about it, I need to go and, like, thank you, Baka. I'm gonna need to go and, figure out my map for my NA account. Cause, like, I know that I had things situated. Yeah, so I've been like I try to roadmap when I'm gonna roll on. Since I am streaming now, I've been making a habit of figuring out who I'm gonna roll for when, how I'm gonna save, and then if I'm going to either stream that day to showcase the rolls, or if I'm gonna just do a video, because I have a whole series of me doing a banner rolls for FGO, and then even for some for Genshin Impact too. So I like to go and like make it almost like a roadmap for myself as far as like what to roll, what I'm rolling when. Keeps me focused so I don't like randomly spend all my quartz on a banner that I probably shouldn't be rolling on. Plus it saves me money too, so. It's a bit of a dual thing. Plus, and then I make sure that it's if I roll for a server, it's a server that I know that I'm going to use. Like the rest of this year is a bit. I technically don't need to roll for anything. The only thing, even though I am interested in getting like getting Space Ishtar or even a copy of Super Orion, if I really wanted to like get something or even out something, I would definitely want to roll on the Achilles banner to get him at MP2. Plus, I think, I thought there was another servant that was coming up on Raid Up 2 on that banner as well for Christmas of this year. I don't remember. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've looked at stuff. But yeah, that's what I would go for. And then next year, I probably will go for, I will probably roll in the New Year's banner. Christmas this year should be quartz for Edit. Yeah. And Britamonte. Wait, does Britamonte come out this year? Or are we talking about NA? Or does Britamonte come out this year? I don't remember seeing her banner, but then again, it's been a while since I've looked at the, what banners we have left for this year, so I don't remember off the top of my head. For NA? Now that you mention it, let me look that up real quick, because I don't remember off the top of my head. Let me see what we got for later this year. Because I know Space Ishtar's coming out. We have the rerun for, yeah, because we're at Guildfest now. So we have Space Ishtar in, like, October, November-ish. Scott is coming out later this year, which I already have. Super Orion's coming up in December. Yeah, I'm not seeing Briamonte unless they add her somewhere along the line. Oh, I forgot Astera is coming out with that banner too. Yeah, it is Nightingale. It is Nightingale. Nightingale does come out. Nightingale is coming out. Well, yeah, she's coming out for her Christmas event. Oh, for Quetzalcoatl. Oh, I'm sorry. I misread what you said. I thought you said Quartz, but you were talking about Quetzalcoatl. Oh, who came out with for Quetzalcoatl? If you're referring to this year, it doesn't look like Quetz is coming out this year at all for a raid up. I thought she came out earlier this year, like regular Quetz. Or are you talking about when she first released? That's a good question. Let me look back. Yeah, because I think that was, I don't think, because Briamonte came out last year. Let's go back in time. Yes! Yeah, last year for Christmas, it was Briamonte, I think she got her first raid up, and then it was Quetzalcoatl with both versions of Martha. Yeah, that was last year. Yeah. It's Nightingale. Yeah, it's a Christmas Nightingale this year, and then with actually it's quite a couple of people. So it's Christmas night. It's Nightingale's one raid up. Saber Astolfo, Ashvatama is out. Nursery Rhyme, and then Caesar, Boudica, and it looks like Darius. It's coming out for this Christmas. So that's who we have there. Then afterwards, it's Super Orion with Europia. And then I think that's also when we're getting Magicardo as well. And then we have the final banner of the year is the one with Achilles and Asteria. Which that one I'm super tempted to do. Okay. Yeah. Karna, yeah, I think Christmas Karna, Saber Karna comes out next year for Christmas. Yeah, we're 2 years behind you guys, if you're just playing primarily JP. Let me update the list so I can get one with 2. Yeah, I've seen some stupid shit with Super Orion, which makes me want to use them. But then again, I feel like it's almost overkill, because I have Arjuna Alter, and he's kind of like my normal team my normal team is not working out. Gonna bust out this guy, or it's just like, you know what? I don't feel like dealing with this shit. Let me use Arjuna Alter and just have him curve stop the fight. And that's kind of the reason why I'm like, maybe I'll throw like a few tickets at him just to see if I can get him. But ultimately he's not like high on my list. Like, if I was gonna roll for anybody this year, it would be for like an MP2 Achilles, just because he's my favorite. He's one of my favorite riders, or for a Space Ishtar. My what do you call it? My justifications for Space Ishtar, thinking about it, is that in the off chance I don't get Castoria, I have Castoria, and we run into a situation where we don't see many more Scotties because Castoria is a thing. My fear is I won't be able to farm as efficiently. Yeah, Space Ishtar is really good. I like her kit. The thing that's throwing me off is, one, I already have Edmond Dantes at MP3, and Edmond Dantes is my top 3, one of my top 3 favorite servants. So I put a lot of work into my Dantes, so my biggest fear would be I just wouldn't use him anymore if I got Space Ishtar, which would be a total waste, because I want to use him more than I would have used Space Ishtar. Right, exactly. That's something that I'm worried about. I'm hoping one of my friends will keep at least like a Scotty around, so I can at least, you know, use that and like loop. But a part of me is kind of thinking, okay, what if that doesn't work out? And it kind of kills into my farming. I mean, if it does, it does. And that's just something I'm going to have to just live with. But, I don't know. That might just force me to be more creative with my farming setups at that point. Oh, no! Right, exactly. It's not like it's like Castoria is like the end-all, be-all. She's really good, especially with Space Ishtar, but it is what it is. So that's why I'm not like super big as far as rolling for her. I'll probably throw like a few tickets or something like that, or maybe like a roll or two at her banner just to see. But I don't know. I'm still very much on the fence on that one. You got all three? Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Are you talking about you got all three supports? As far as your friend list is concerned, or do you just own all like the three big main supports? Just to make sure I'm understanding you correctly. There we go. Oh, all the supports. Okay, yeah, I do as well. Yeah, I have all the big four right now. So I just need Castoria to get Castoria, and we'll be good to go. I'm gonna be going hard on Castoria. Not so much the fact that I love her as a character, but she's a really cool servant. I want her because technically, even though I've been using more quick because of farming situations, I prefer using arts. I love using my Tamamo. Tamamo no Mai. My caster Tamamo. So that's my preferred style of play, and having a support that like speeds her along and makes her more consistent is an A in my book. And Castoria will definitely do that, so. I heard Oberon and Vitch are fucking amazing. I will definitely be rolling for Vitch, because Tamamo. She's my waifu, she's my favorite servant. But I don't know if I'll do Oberon. I'll probably get Oberon, just because I like the I like the concept of a pretender class. Plus, he does a lot of work for what I see. So I am definitely they're definitely on my list. Like when we get the year that Lost Belt 6 comes out, I am going to cry. I am going to cry, and so is my wallet. There are so many servants that I'm gonna need to roll for. Those like Oberon and Veach are definitely on the list. The one that's like the top of the list for me that I'm going like all in on is Morgan. Like, I've been waiting since I got into the original Fate Stay Night for Morgan Le Fay to be made into a proper servant. And not only did we get that, but they made her into an extremely compelling character through Lost Belt 6. And I just, oh my fucking god. I love her so much. Oh, Oh, that's amazing! Congrats on that. Congrats on that. Yeah, like I plan on going. I plan on going super hard when Morgan comes out. I typically when I get a servant, I normally just go for MP1 and that's it, unless I need them for like a specific purpose. Like Dantes is already my second favorite servant, so getting multiple MP levels for him is natural. But normally, like Tamamo no Mai, she's my favorite, but I'm fine with her at MP1, and that's good. Oh my God! What the fuck? Good on you, Baka. Good on you. And no worries, Mora. No worries. We'll be here for a little while longer. I'm gonna go ahead and just try to get up the 12K for tickets, and then we'll probably call it stream. You have 50 SSRs? Nice! I don't know how many SSRs I have now that I think about it. I think I'm somewhere in like maybe 20-ish, 30-ish, maybe? I don't know. Most of the ones that I've gotten are spooks. So it's hard to say. But at the very least, I'm trying to, especially with Guildfest, and this is kind of a goal for myself as I'm grinding out tickets, I want to level up more servants so I have an excuse to use them. You're at 61. Nice! Good for you. Awesome. Yeah, at this point, I'm just trying to round out my collection of like servants that I desperately want for next year. Outside of the New Year's banner, for I forget, her name escapes me, for Yang, possibly, since I technically don't have a foreigner in my account, and I could really use one, and if I have a choice of getting one for a certain card type, it's going to be arts, so she's really good at arts, so I will take her. Plus, like, for the rest of the year, we have Sherlock, Dioscuri is another servant I'm trying to get at MP2. Sherlock has been avoiding me for the past 4 fucking years, and I need him in my life. Castoria, of course. Possibly, depending on how many tickets and things I have, Summer Brynhilda, since she's my favorite Lancer, and her Berserker form is adorable as fuck. Maybe Summer Kiara, even though she fucking scares the shit out of me. Nemo as well, and then Vitra at the end of the year. Maybe even for just to have her, Van Gogh, and and what's his name? Fucking creepy shaman. The alter ego, I can't never remember his name. Ashen Doman. How did you grail Vitra by mistake? And is something wrong with Sherlock? Like, for me, Sherlock, I've been like, Sherlock Holmes is a character I adore. I love Sherlock Holmes as a character. So I wanted to, I want to get him. And there's another reason as well, which I can go into in a minute, but you were so convinced that Vitra was Quetz related that you pulled her and grailed her before you realized she was, okay. So Vitra, okay, so is your favorite servant Quetzalcoatl then? Is it safe to assume? I mean, I totally legit understand you doing that. You loving Vitra for that. Though honestly, I'm a huge fan of Vitra as for aesthetic wise. She looks really cool. A lot of fan theories about Sherlock? Are you talking about Sherlock just in the story as far as like what's gonna happen during the Lost Belt story? Okay, and no worries, that's fair. Like Quetzalcoatl is awesome. Like I enjoyed her during the I enjoyed her during the Seventh Singularity for Babylon. So, legit. That's legit. Yes, we already lost about 4. What's the theory going on for Sherlock? Do you think he's like somebody that we know or doing something bad or anything like that? I am curious. Let me take some more water here. Okay, that's fair. I have no judgment. There's no judgment there. Both are good types. Janako's fucking adorable, so I get it. It was a theory, but now then Oberon happened, and then it's inevitable. Okay. What about Oberon sold this theory for you? I'm really curious. Oh! Oh, you think Sherlock? You think Sherlock's working with the? You think Sherlock's working with the Outer God? Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Oh, are you thinking that Sherlock's actually a pretender? Is in truth a pretender class? JT thinks Sherlock's a pretender. Interesting. I mean, it's possible, but here's my question. What basis do you think that would make Sherlock a pretender? Really? How so? What makes you think that? Like, what's been going around that makes you think Sherlock is a pretender? Because it seems like Sherlock has just been around just to help everybody. And it kind of in it for himself, just for the mystery aspect of it. I imagine there's like some evidence or something that maybe was said in maybe one of the singularities or the Lost Belt stories that maybe says otherwise. So, but Sherlock as a pretender. Because it would be okay, because of the fact that you know there's a traitor in the midst, that he's the one that makes the most sense. Okay, that's fair. I'm trying, me personally, and that's a fair statement. He says some fishy shit. Okay, that's fair, The part that kind of, that makes me wonder about that is the pretender class, and tell me if I could be completely wrong on this. I could be completely wrong. The idea of the pretender is just like almost like a trickster class. But Sherlock, at least in his lore, doesn't seem like somebody who is interested in tricking people. His whole deal is more of finding the truth for just the reason of learning the truth. Just for the sake of learning the truth. And the new summer event has people kind of sweating too. Okay, that's fair. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. He could be a high servant for all we know. Yeah, that's very true. I mean, if they were going to do that, that's very possible. Though, it would be interesting to see Sherlock as a high servant, only because from what my understanding is, high servants are normally made where you have a lesser known servant fused together with one or two other servants or beings to make it to one super servant. Unless I'm understanding the concept of why you would create a high servant. Two servants in Persona. Well, we got several servants recently that were two servants in Persona. Right? No, and we've had the variations of that as well. Well, no, it definitely wouldn't be grand. It would definitely wouldn't be grand. If memory serves me correctly, I think the concept of a high... Well, there's two different types of servant. You have, like, a phantom servant, which is, like, what Captain Nemo is, which is a fusion of, like, two relatively lesser servants, and to create, like, one servant to give it more power, because phantom servants don't have enough notoriety to be able to manifest as a servant on their own. And then a high servant, like, the best thing for, like, a high servant would be, like, the equivalent to, like, Passion Lip and them. Like, the Sakura 5, they're all high servants, because they're mixed with, like, 3 or more other servants to make into one body. I think that was what the definition is, because Ashen Doman is, like, is a high servant. He's, like, 3 servants mixed. We have so many recently people are sick of, but it's proof of Sherlock being a traitor. Okay. If it's the case, I'd be curious to see how it plays out and what his reasoning for being a traitor would be. I mean, that's fair. That's fair, especially for those who haven't looked into the lore as well. So I appreciate that. Bunny Artoria is Bunny Artoria is a fusion one. Like I said, I know Passion Lips one, because she's like 3, Passion Lips. Who else am I thinking? I'm missing somebody. Like, the Sakura 5. The Sakura 5 are all high servants, because they're mixed with multiple servants. Nemo's a phantom servant. Moriarty's a phantom servant as well. Like I said, yeah, but I thought that was and again, I could be completely wrong on the definition of a high servant, but I thought that was what, like, a high servant is basically a servant that's been fused with, like, 3 or more other servants. I'll have to relook that up after stream, but I could be wrong. Either way, that's a really interesting theory. Like, like I said, if that is really what's going on, I'd be curious to see. Like I said, I want to see how that plays out, because we still have at least 2 more main stories left in the Lost Belt saga that we have to deal with, at least. But there's several servers who look like another servant and act like another servant, but are also another servant. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because Fate lore is all weird. It's silly sometimes. Yeah, I'm looking forward to, but I'm honestly, like Lost Belt 6 was something that I was looking forward to, because I had a feeling that Morgan Le Fay was going to appear, as she did, and the story, from my understanding, is amazing. I'm curious to know about how Lost Belt 7 is going to be like. Mainly because I want to know who the Grand Berserker is. I believe the last if memory serves me correctly, the last Cryptor, his servant is the Grand Berserker, or a Grand Berserker. Yeah, I figured as much. You guys probably, if the schedule is gonna be the same way it has been, you guys probably won't find out until, like, end of this year, beginning of, like, towards the beginning of next, or so. Wait, what? What do you mean we gotta do with Vitchland? Oh, wait! Are we gonna be going to a singularity similar to Dome? Oh my god! Yes! Oh my fucking god, yes! I did not know that. That's amazing. I am all in for that. I am all in for that. And a certain servant ran off with Vitch. Interesting. Oh. Okay, I'm curious to see who this servant is and who people are talking about. I am very curious. Okay, so that takes care of that run through. Let's see how much we have. I think we might be there. Oh, okay, so we probably have like a few more battles. All right. Let's do a couple more, and then, like I said, we'll call stream. Like I said, 12K is going to be the goal here. It's a servant people wanted for a while. If you watch the trailers, you'll see them in it. Like, are we talking about like the original like Lost Belt trailer, like when it first came out, the one that had Rasputin and Tamama Vichin? That's where they first appear. Oh, okay, in a different trailer then? Oh, so in the Lost Belt 6 trailer there was somebody. Okay, I'll have to relook at that. I never, because I didn't want to be spoiled too much on the lore, I never looked into it. But I will give it a look, and I will see. Man, I'm excited. There's so much, like the Lost Belt story's already been really good, and we've already hit the tip of the iceberg. So if you watch the trailer, then you can spot the servant we haven't gotten yet, and those who definitely belong in this game at the point. Okay, I'm familiar with some of the stuff that happens, just not exactly 100% as far as what. So I should be able to do that. Interesting. Either way, I'm excited. I am excited. I just have to finish Lost Belt 4. And, like, I just have to finish Lost Belt 4 before we get to Lost Belt 5. And then it'll be good. Then maybe we'll get like a week-long thing. I think if we're getting Lost Belt 5 in December, or the start of Lost Belt 5 in December, hopefully by then I should be done. Or we should be done everything that we need to do for the time being for Final Fantasy 14, because Endwalker's going to come out. So that won't be too bad. I should have enough time for doing Lost Belt 4, or doing Lost Belt 5. But seeing we got 2 of the 4 original servants from that Fate series, I say they're safe, they're coming. Oh, so it's for one of the alternate. Is it Strange Fake? Are we getting something from Strange Fake? Or one of those crazy ones? Lost Belt 5. Okay. Is Lost Belt... Here's my question. Is Lost Belt 5 better than Lost Belt 6, though, storyline? That's what I want to know. Is Lost Belt 5... Is it Lost Belt 5? Okay. That's what I thought. But it's good to know that Lost Belt 5 is great. Like I said, I heard that like Lost Belt 6 was a fucking masterpiece, and from the little bits that I know of it, what happens, it's gonna be really. I'm gonna cry. Right, it was the Atlantis singularity that we're gonna get in end of this year, and then towards April we'll get Olympia. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea. I only know bare basics as far as what happens in that singularity. So I'll be excited to see what happens. I will be excited. Like I have been like I was a little bit late to the party because I was super slow leveling up characters and like getting to like finishing the main sets of singularities. But I certainly do not regret it, because the minute we hit the Lost Belt, like especially watching the prelogue for the Lost Belt, that was so good. It was the perfect setup for us, like for putting us into this, like thrusting us into this new story. Plus, I love Lost Belt 1. Lost Belt 1 was really good. Like the tone of hopelessness that it had, right from like when they attack Chaldea to when they arrive and they're going through trying to figure out what the hell's going on. That was really well done. So that stuck with me throughout all the Lost Belts. And then we got Lost Belt 2, where Brynhilda was. When Brynhilda made her glorious appearance with Sigurd. So I am... I was super happy about that because I'm a fan of those two. I know of a few. I especially the one that curve stops us towards the latter half of Lost Belt 5. Which I can't wait to experience that shit for myself and understand why. How is that possible? But I imagine that's not the last the last time we're gonna fight that person. Which makes me wonder how the fuck that fight's gonna go. 6 hours and 10 attempts. Jeez! Holy crap! God, I was worried about some of the bosses from Lost Belt 6 being hard. I mean, we could be talking about the same boss. Oh joy! Good to know. Good to know we'll be thoroughly prepared before we get curve stopped in Lost Belt 6. Great! Happy to know. We don't talk about Godwin. We don't fucking talk about Godwin. Though, to be fair, I didn't have too much problems with Godwin when I first got to him. Thank God. Lost Belt 6 wasn't as hard as Lost Belt 5. Okay. I think they got a little bit of backlash with how hard Lost Belt 5.2 was. Interesting. I heard just because of one very specific boss that Lost Belt 6 had probably one of the hardest bosses in the game. Like the quote-unquote final boss of Lost Belt 6 was apparently like stupid hard. So I'm looking forward to that one. Exactly. Quote-unquote final boss. Wait, it's the first boss of that 4 set? Oh, it's the first boss of 5.2. That's the hard one. Okay, good to know. Good to know that'll be something I get prep for. I mean, depending on what the class is, I'm hoping it's like something that's weak against. I'm hoping it's going to be something that's weak against Saber. That it's like a Lancer boss or something, like a Berserker boss or something like that. Because I'm going to be bringing out Dioscuri for that Lost Belt, just so I have an excuse to use them. With class advantage turned off, wonderful! I get to use Dioscuri. Would they be the best pick for it? I don't know. But do I care? Absolutely not. I want to curve stop everybody with the twins. Yeah, that's gonna be, oh boy, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited. But yeah, if I'm lucky, NP2 Dioscuri is what I want to go for. And then just starts art in class crit looping with them into oblivion. Okay. So, let's see if we got the 12K now. I think we might have. I think we hit it. Yep, we got it. All right. Woo! We did it. We did it. Goal for the day achieved. So we are officially at 60 boxes now. Oh my god. Farming in this game is hard. At least for a little spell. But, guys, this has been awesome. This has been an awesome stream. Like, talking with you guys just about Fate stuff and just stuff in general has been super fun. Like, it's definitely made farming this way easier and more bearable. So I'm totally cool with doing more farming streams like that if you guys are interested in. I probably won't do any more until next week or so, since we still have a couple of games coming up down the pipeline that I want to do. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh my god. But yeah, that puts us about 60 boxes. So I'm gonna have fun working on opening these boxes either today or tomorrow while I'm working on other shit. But guys, thank you. Like I said, we're gonna call stream here. But guys, thank you guys so much for the amazing stream. This has been so much fun. Just as far as like talking to you guys about stuff. It's all like, more than anything, this is one of the reasons why I enjoy streaming, is just being able to meet new people, talk about my favorite games, have an excuse to talk about my favorite games, and just, you know, hang out and just shoot the shit. While also being productive and getting grinding stuff done in your favorite games. Always just good stuff. But yeah, just thank you so much for the raids, the subs. Oh my fucking god, so many subs today. This has been, I am still fucking floored. You guys are the absolute best. I appreciate the support so much. I just hope that I will do my damnedest to make my stream better, do more quality streams, and just be a better presence for you guys. And as we slowly but surely build up this community that we have, that we're slowly but surely making up for Clan Chaotic, or Chaotic Clan. Still working out the bugs on that one. But anyway, guys, real quick, since we have some new people here, before we go, I am going to post my link tree here. This has all the links for both my Twitter account, YouTube account, which has all my VODs and my Gotcha Hell series, and my Discord. So if you guys would want to go and join the Arcadium Discord and hang out with us in the Chaotic Clan, we are always looking for new members, so feel free to stop on by. We can shoot the shit and be crazy together. We're getting more and more people in as the time goes on, so if you guys are interested, it is an 18+ server as a heads up, but if you guys are interested, come on, stop by. Andy Hoodle, let's see who we can raid. Let's go back to channels. Let's see. Okay, that's muted. Ooh. Okay, I know exactly who we're gonna raid. All right, we're gonna go and raid a buddy of mine. We're gonna go and raid a Honeydew. Honeydew is an Angel VTuber who plays who's a variety streamer just like I am, but she is probably one of the sweetest and most adorable people that you will ever meet. So if you die from cuteness, I apologize now, so brace yourselves. But it looks like she's playing Kitaria Fables, which I'm not really familiar with that game. So let's go check it out, guys. But we're gonna go to the offline screen and then go raid her. But I will see you guys tomorrow with my collab with a good buddy of mine. We're going to be playing a new game, at least new game to me. We're going to be playing Heroes of Hammerwall. Heroes of Hammerwall? Hammerwatch. God damn it. Why did I say Hammerfall? God damn it. Heroes of Hammerwatch. So that's going to be my first time playing. We're going to have a lot of fun. But anyway, guys, I will catch you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, take care. Bye!